Welcome to the Downtown, brought to you by Arlington Citizen Media. I am Daryl Smith Jr., and directly across from the table for me is...
I am Roddy John, and to my left is...
Amy.
In today's show, we talk to Nick Rood, Chief of Staff for UTA Student Records, about the program, the budding music community in Arlington, and more.
We also sit down with friend of the pod and the other three-time appearance on the show, Garrett Martin, to talk about Football Team UTA, using music to build communities, and the return of the Treehouse.
So what did everyone get up to this week?
I went to the last night of PY Nights, Worlds Collide, and it was incredible. The visuals, the people watching, the live music, absolutely stunning.
I really wanted to go. Life got in the way.
Life does do that.
But tell me how it was.
Oh, it was absolutely amazing.
Bonkers.
I didn't want the night to end. However, it had to. But it was beautiful. I actually wore a nun outfit, and
How did that go over?
Very popular. People went out of their way to come say hi to me.
That's you typically, when you dress for these sorts of events, people are always like, look at that guy with your purple tuxedo or whatever, a nun outfit. I've seen the nun outfit before.
Yeah. I like to show up and show out.
Show up and show out. The Roddy John story.
Yes.
That's the name of your biography.
That's the
show
second
up and
one.
Show out.
First
the
one.
Second one.
First one, you got to roll that dice.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. That's totally the title of your first autobiography.
Exactly.
So you sad to see it go?
I am sad. But I'm inspired also. I'm hoping that we can try to get people together to make another PY Nights type situation. Maybe not a pyramid, but something similar. Maybe a rotating, nomadic dance situation.
And who knows? Maybe they'll come back. Maybe I know it's a touring thing, but it's perhaps maybe they'll come back. Maybe it was so good here that they'll. No way, Montreal. Arlington's where we're going back to first.
Exactly. I hope so.
Where did you go this week, Amy?
I wanted to talk about one of me and Marilyn's favorite places to eat, Lotus Cafe, which is really close to where Roddy and I live in South Arlington. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a Vietnamese pho type place. Really good. Marilyn loves the bubble tea, boba tea.
Oh, boba tea's good.
Yeah, I hate those things, but she's really into it. It's been there a while now. I would consider it almost an institution.
They reached out to us very early into our podcast existence, and they were like, "Come on out sometime." And I've never been out.
They did? Mm-hmm. I did not realize that. Next time I'm in there, we'll give them a card.
You should.
Because seriously, at least once a week. And not only that, there's just good pho in Arlington, period.
Yeah. Well, it was one of the things I shared with y'all this week was that Arlington is like the second most diverse city in Texas and like the 38th most diverse city in America, which leads to, I think, some of the great international cuisine that we have here. We have a lot of really great, like, of that sort of, like you're saying, like that and Mexican food,
like
and
Prince
like
Lebanese,
and Mediterranean. There's so many good Mediterranean places
African,
here.
Jamaican.
Yeah, like
anything.
It's just basically what you can get almost any sort of cuisine around the world that you want in this city, and I think that's probably an underutilized or
underappreciated.
Yeah, because like we do have a really great culinary scene here. It's not as it's not as like put together in one place as like some cities have all of their really great eateries in one place, like Magnolia in Fort Worth
or Austin.
But what we have that they don't is affordability.
Yes, that's true.
These places are authentic, affordable, real, and when you have one of those upscale eatery areas, where you have celebrity chefs opening restaurants and whatnot, it gets out of reach for people like me, frankly.
That's true. I mean, even like places like Jamaica Gates, like that Guy Fieri's been there and like has highlighted that place. Prince Lebanese, what you were talking about. Like those are all places that are within reach of like regular people.
Right.
You don't have to make reservations. You don't have to get dressed up to go to these places, but you can go there and eat, and it's all phenomenal.
Right.
Yeah.
And I hadn't really thought about that till you said that, but you're right. Like we have a really great culinary scene here. I love it.
Yeah. And UTA is actually the most diverse college in Texas. So,
all of Texas or just the University of Texas system?
All of Texas.
That's right, baby.
Yep. We got it. And speaking of Prince Lebanese, Daryl, you and I were at the Renegades game on Sunday against the Houston Roughnecks.
Where Prince Lebanese sponsors
Yep.
the after game.
Well, yeah, they provide the food in the locker rooms.
That's right.
Yeah.
One of the things that I've really enjoyed about the XFL, I mean, besides the fact that we haven't won, that sucks.
Well, not at home.
One of the things I enjoy is the atmosphere. Like,
Right.
it feels like it's growing. You know, like we went to the
Without a doubt.
first game at home, and they brought in 1,300 more fans for the last game we went to.
Mm-hmm.
As we're recording this, there's a game going on right now.
It's true, which probably even has more people.
I hope it does.
I mean, it's a beautiful day outside.
It is a beautiful day outside, great day for football. I feel like it gives... You may not necessarily... the play may not necessarily be NFL level play.
Right.
But it's fun.
Exactly.
Like, there was an interception, unfortunately not for us.
There was quite a bit of interceptions.
But there was an interception that happened last week that you and I were on the field for.
Right.
And it felt... It was one of those moments where I was like, I cannot believe that I just witnessed this interception.
Uh-huh.
And I was this close to it. And I really love that about the XFL, that access that they give. Not only media, but about the presentation of the product. You have people on the field interviewing players literally after you just threw an interception, how do you feel? Which has led to some interesting moments.
I've almost been run over at least 3 or 4 times.
Yep, I've seen you from the press box. I saw you save someone the
Yes.
first game that we were at.
I saved a sound man last time, but I could not save the
one of the assistant coaches.
Yes, the offensive coach. He did break his leg and continued
Kept
to coach.
going, man. That tough guy.
They are not soft. There's a new shirt you can buy. It says "Not Soft" with the Renegades logo on it. So
that's awesome.
yes.
Well,
That's cool, you guys. I can't wait to get out to the next game.
yeah.
The next home game is going to be March 29th, and then the last home game is April
7th?
I want to say the 7th.
I feel like
it's on a Thursday.
It's on Thursday.
Yes.
It is on
All right, well,
Thursday.
then I better get out.
Yes, you
April 9th.
better. April 9th.
Yes.
Don't listen to me. Listen to Root.
We're here with Garrett Martin, a good friend of ours, amazing person, a friend of the pod, community leader, and advocate.
Future Arlington.
Right. And today, Garrett, we're here to talk about the football team. How are you?
Hi, you're too sweet. I'm great. It's good out there. We're staying safe and whatnot. But yeah, it's fantastic. How are you guys?
Good.
We're doing good. We've had a lot of cool interviews today, and
More lined up.
more lined up.
That's awesome. Just knocking them out up here in the library.
One of the best places in the city, I think. This is one of the best rooms in the library, I think.
I think so too. You got the great view out here of the front and whatnot. There's so many nice rooms. We've had to start booking bigger rooms for the football team meetings. So
And
we've
weren't
been
you in one of the ones like?
we were over there first, and that's like right in the main hallway. And we had people standing and stuff. So
That's
we had
good.
to-
That's a good problem.
Yeah, it's a good problem for sure. So we started booking the bigger rooms. There's one on the 3rd floor. It's called
Is it
the
the
Arlington
Arlington
Tomorrow
Foundation?
Foundation.
Yeah,
Arlington
yeah.
Tomorrow Foundation. And it's like a boardroom.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really cool. Katie took a really cool picture of
You guys
of
look
us
like
in the meeting.
like you really are doing some stuff in that meeting because it looks legit and professional. And
Doesn't it? Like, we look like a bunch of like ragtag teenagers at a
Who
at
took over
board
a city.
meeting. Yeah, something like that.
And that's a little bit what you're doing. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about the football team before, but for those who aren't familiar, what is it?
Yeah, I feel like it gets mentioned offhandedly by so many people, to so many people that don't understand it. So this is a really good opportunity to explain what it is. So first and foremost, the mission of the football team is a UTA student organization. It's a registered student organization. We can do campus activities and we can partner with other student organizations and whatnot. But it was formed as a collective of creatives of all types, musicians, artists, poets, just creatives of all types, to come together to elevate the scene, basically. Because whenever it was started 2.5 years ago, there really wasn't everything that's going on now. Like, there was no podcast scene like we have now. There's no, like, the music scene was segmented and
it wasn't unified, and like there was no collaboration that you see now, like we feel now.
Yeah, there's 2 open mics maybe, the Truth Final wasn't even open, so yeah, so basically we just wanted to show off a lot of the talent that we knew at school, because there's just a ton of amazing musicians that really hadn't had a place to put their music before. So there's Kane Vincent, he's from Abel Delilah, great guy. And I just always knew him as an amazing musician, but I never knew of him as really truly performing. But I mean, he was, but never around school, never around town or anything like that, because there's really no gigs for him or anything like that. But now he's playing all around town all the time. So, but yeah, Football Team, basically, we were just trying to elevate these artists around town, and just through events and through networking and all that jazz. So, yeah.
So you said it started like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Have you expanded membership this year? Like you just said, it was like standing room only. Like at some of the that you've gotten, some of the rooms you've gotten over here.
Yeah. Football Team is an evolving organization. A lot of organizations on campus that have the success and longevity have a lot of external influence, and we don't have a board. We don't have anybody supporting us outside. We support ourselves, and so it's up to us to guide ourselves. And so a lot of that means that like we have struggled with the concept of what it is. Is it a social organization? Is it an event during business organization or something like that? So it's now we have redone the concept and know what we're doing, know what we need to do, and so we're once people see that, they become a lot more confident in it. So Football Team is now has gone through, I guess, 3 presidents in its 2.5 years, which isn't bad, but I've kind of taken the reins a little bit more this semester, and just since I'm back in town, have more time, and it's expanding a whole lot more. We've got a lot of presence on campus, a lot of activities planned and whatnot, so it has grown a lot this semester. We've got 20 people at meetings and stuff, and everybody's got something to do. All the hands are busy and stuff, so it's just cool to see people get passionate and get going.
Especially at a university that, like, I'm a graduate of UTA, and when I went there, that just wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't feel like there was much of a student life there that bled over into the city, which is what I feel the football team is really good at doing. Like, it's not just happening at UTA, it's happening in downtown, it's happening in other places. So I think that the concept is great, and I love that it's bigger now than it was before.
Yeah, it's definitely, we've realized that is our strength. As what the local businesses here see us as their strength, is we can bring out students. Students will see the brand and will follow it, and will see the concepts, and we have the advertising power on campus. You can't advertise as anybody else but a student organization on campus, so it definitely helps out. But yeah, it's been great to try to connect that community. That was the goal.
And it's working.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Treehouse is your big bi-monthly showcase. Are you going to continue hosting these at Truth Final? And do you think you'd find a larger space soon?
Okay, so yeah, Treehouse last semester was bi-monthly, but now it's monthly.
Okay.
So we'll have it March, April, May. But Truth Final has been our home. It's where it started. It's they were the first people who let us put our house show onto an actual stage. So immensely grateful of them. But the second and third Treehouse, we kind of thought of it as a nomadic thing. We put it in the ground. We put it in Project 215 or the Black Box. But we just kind of realized that Treehouse belongs to Truth Final in that whole alleyway area. And it is getting bigger. We are getting more people there, and I think the way that we're looking to accommodate for that is opening up that parking lot area.
Okay.
So
like behind the Truth.
Yeah. So for now, we've expanded from the inside stage at Truth to inside the alleyway that's in there, the brick alleyway. So that's where all the bands are and stuff. But it just feels too good there. It's just people know that it's gonna be there. It's just too consistent. It's on the 4th Friday of the month. So
It also feels like that area, there's Hooligans right there, there's Twisted Root, there's Truth, there's Namu. It feels like a connective space. And
Yeah.
I love that when I go to